How you guys doing? This is a good old Grandmaster Revan here. And as you see, I'm outside this evening, and there has been some updates so far on the shooting in Las Vegas this month, and the information that was put out, which couldn't be confirmed or denied by any source that's out. Now they're saying that the custodian that supposedly helped the guy that supposedly helped with the bags for the shooter or shooters. As you know, I said shooter or shooters, or okay, or. Now, the information that was put out was that the maintenance guy was one of the shooters. Now, this cannot be confirmed or corroborated or any of that sort, but it is stating that that the maintenance guy was one of the shooters. And also, there's a question on how did they remove the windows in that in the shooting last year. Now, there were many questions on the victims that the witnesses that mysteriously died, because it seems that if you mention the term shooters, you end up mysteriously dead. Wow. Or if you mention shooters on the fourth floor, you end up mysteriously dead. Now, there was a lot of people that died last year. 59 people, over 100 injured, and as you know, the FBI might be involved in this one, because you could tell when the sheriff was talking. You knew by the look on his face he wanted to say something. Okay, the sheriff had the FBI agents around him. There was three, and there's one that was really next to the guy, threatening him. See, the sheriff knows something, and we know for a fact he wants to say something big time, but he knows that if he says anything, the FBI might pay him a visit and pull a couple rounds in the back of his skull, like they did with the one of the friends of the Boston Marathon bombers. Now, there's a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Now, one is the questions that I have is the information about the maintenance guy being one of the shooters. Now, this cannot be confirmed or denied or corroborated by any media or anybody, because that's just a rumor that's been out, but cannot confirm it or deny it. Because look, this is merely a question that I have, and I bet everybody else has this question too. Now, the windows, were the windows shot out, or were they removed for some reason? Now, if you were a witness to the shooting, and you mentioned multiple shooters or shooters on the fourth floor, there would be a good chance that you end up dead mysteriously. I mean, mysteriously. Because between 4 to 6 to 8 people die within a couple of weeks of the shooting. Maybe even more. Don't know. And a lot of people have questions about it because the thing is, look at the sheriff. The sheriff knows something. Okay, we all know that there was a call out through the radio, and it was audio, and somebody that recorded the audio put it on the internet last year around the first week, released on the internet, and that audio footage got a lot of ground and got a lot of listeners. And if you look at the sheriff, you know for a fact he wanted to say something. If the FBI weren't around, he would have said something. But we all know the FBI are very suspicious. And I mean, you gotta understand. Hey, look, the FBI are a bunch of crooked motherfuckers. Quite a few of them. And if you mention multiple shooters or shooters on the fourth floor, think about what happened to the 8 witnesses that died mysteriously. They died mysteriously. Even the lawyer for Jason Aldean, he died mysteriously. Died of a heart attack. But I tell you what, it is very, very insane. You know, I mean, if you're a witness to either a shooting or something like that, and you feel like something's not right, something's wrong, something's out of place, something's really weird. I mean, you gotta ask the question: how did the shooter, the guy that pulled the trigger, carried all those bags and had all that ammunition and had all those weapons up to the floor? What was it? The 35th, the 35th, call it the 35th floor. That's where he shot from. Man, tell you what, it is. Questions are there, and I tell you what, this is one of the weirdest conspiracy theories of all time. One of them, not the number one of them of all time, because you got the JFK assassination, you got 9/11, you got what was it, flight MH 370, and you got this shooting last year. And I mean, even I want to know. I bet you want to know too. I bet all you guys want to know. Because 59 died, over 100 is injured. One of the witnesses that did die said that he was running. He was running. And he said that two gunmen were chasing him. And on the night of the shooting, he ran. And two shooters, two guys with guns, was chasing him. Imagine that shit. They were chasing this guy down the street. And that couple, if you remember the couple that died in a car accident, a car accident mysteriously, the guy's phone, the guy who was driving the car, somehow his phone was missing. His phone was missing, and how it got to the FBI's hands is very also mysterious, because he was driving the car and his cell phone was missing. So somehow it got to the FBI's hands, and how it got there is very strange, because from what was reported was the FBI went through the guy's phone, deleted some footage, and the FBI still has it. The couple's daughter got the footage from her dad's phone, but not the phone itself. Got the footage, videos, messages, everything, but not what was at the shooting, which was at the concert of Jason Aldean. But I gotta say this is one of the most bonkers mysteries of all. I mean, like I said, you got the JFK assassination, you got the Marilyn Monroe supposed suicide, and you got RFK assassination, you got 9/11, you got the flight, was it MS-370 or MS-70 or something like that? And then you got the Las Vegas shooting. Like, holy shit. I mean, you want to question this, okay? This is just an update here from last year. Now, like I mentioned, that the theory that was thrown out, or the hearsay was thrown out, that the maintenance guy was one of the shooters. He ended up missing. Okay, remember he ended up missing for a few days, and then he ended up on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and then she had a little thing on the background here, and right here, and showed the whole entire scene and everything else, and it seems that there was a different guy. It was a different guy. They showed the picture of the maintenance guy, but the guy that was on the maintenance that was on the Ellen DeGeneres show was not the maintenance guy. It was somebody else. My question is this: did they find the maintenance guy and kill him, and then put someone else in his place to be on the Ellen DeGeneres show to either lie or tell it? I mean, I don't know. The thing is, but it is fucking fishy, because a lot of questions is out there, but nobody wants to answer because they're afraid. They're afraid, Why are you afraid of talking when you could? Here's what would be a good idea. Create a page, either on Twitter or, some kind of platform, but do it anonymously, but do it in a way where that no one would know where the information came from, because we using some kind of browser, some kind of something where you're anonymous and you tell what you know because you were there. Now, a lot of people have died. 59 died. Over 100 was injured. Even the lawyer for Jason Aldean, he was found dead. Okay. Now, a woman who was also a witness, wanted to uh, start a support group to investigate the shooting because all of them who were there felt like something was very wrong. I mean, literally, something was very, very, very wrong. And I mean, it was just that very fishy, very, very fishy. And I mean, you gotta look at it like this. I mean, you gotta wonder if there was, okay, two windows were either shot out or removed. I don't know. I wasn't there. But what does this start to say? Well, there's shooters on the fourth floor. Then there were shooters on the 35th floor, which really questions the whole. Because they say, well, one guy did it all. Well, here's the thing. The supposed shooter had pamphlets where he had a gun nest, and what the brother said, the brother was on live television, being interviewed, and somehow, now here's the really crazy thing. Right after the brother of the shooter for 2 days talked to the media, 2 days, not too long after, months later, he was arrested for child pornography. Okay, think. Could this be a bogus charge because he talked to the media months after his brother supposedly shot and killed 59 people and injured over 100? Could that be a reason? Because his brother talked? The brother talked to the media, and then also months later he was charged with child pornography? Something's fucking up. I mean, between 6 to 8 witnesses are dead. The brother of the shooter, months after talking to the media on his driveway, he was arrested and charged with child pornography. Just stop and think for a minute. Think for a moment here. Think for a moment here. And you look at the sheriff. You could tell the sheriff wanted to say something. The sheriff wanted to ask the questions that the people were asking, but the FBI didn't allow it. But you could tell in his face he wanted to say something. He wanted to answer those questions. Fuck the FBI. I mean, the sheriff wanted to say something. But you could look on his face, he wanted to say something. But you could also look at the face of the FBI agent. He wasn't going to let that happen. He was not going to let it happen. But you could look on the face of the sheriff. You know for a fact he wants to say something. Okay. Now the audio. Okay, the audio. Okay, remember, think. The audio of the shooting was released. Okay, the shooting was released. Now this was the audio footage of the sheriff's department. Okay, somebody called in a dispatch. The dispatch got the call. From the dispatch went to the deputies who were out in the field, and they were listening in. And as you could hear how many shots were fired. You could hear who's talking, who's giving out the feedback and whatnot. But if you look at the audio plus the picture of the shooter was found dead with his eyes open and blood come out of his mouth. Now, my question is this: was he shot by a sheriff deputy sniper or an FBI sniper? Because if it was from FBI, those guys are trained, very fucking well to shoot just the right distance, the precision, the accuracy. Holy shit! Now, you gotta ask these questions because there's a picture. Somebody released a picture of the shooter dead with his eyes open, with blood come out from the way it looked like he was shot through the mouth, out the back of the, like, back here, like right here, where he was shot through the mouth, out the back of the head. And I mean, just literally, or he might have taken his own life. That's what we're led to believe. He took his own life, or he was shot by a sniper, either from the sheriff's department or the FBI. Either way, the FBI is involved in this whole entire fucking thing. And they're also saying that the Menace guy was an FBI undercover to do this supposedly a false flag type shit. I don't know if it's a false flag. If it is, it's probably to do with the whole gun, control bullshit. Okay. Now, think about it. You got the Vegas shooting and Parkland shooting. Okay, October, November, December, January, February, 5 months apart. Okay, these shootings were 5 months apart, ladies and gentlemen. 5 months apart. Okay, 5 months apart. No bullshit. So you gotta wonder about these questions. Did they kill off the maintenance guy because he knew something, or was he a undercover FBI agent? And the guy on the Ellen DeGeneres show, was it the real maintenance guy, or was it somebody who was an FBI guy, just a undercover type shit, you know, kind of pull the wool over your eyes and shit, you know? I mean, it's pretty much fucking insane, you know? Like, what the hell, you know? And you want to ask these questions on, okay, the 8 people that died, was it the 6 to 8 people that died mysteriously, okay? A couple that died mysteriously, okay? The phone that belonged to the guy, the driver, it mysteriously ended up in the FBI's hands. Okay. Now, did the FBI kill this couple? And just for his phone, because he had crucial information about the shooting? Because if he had information, they were watching somebody. Somebody was watching somebody. And if you had your cell phone, say, let's see here, like this, and you were filming, like you were filming, and you had information on your phone. It's like the JFK assassination, because the feds took everybody's camera and they didn't even give them back. The feds didn't even give back. You know, they got the cameras all laid out in the museum in the book depository. those cameras had evidence. And like the JFK assassination, there was evidence in this shooting last year in Vegas. And but if somebody must have some good evidence to prove something, because if there was somebody else also with a smartphone camera, look around, like somebody has some evidence and they ain't shown it at all. Now there was some evidence, some footage that dated back to 1963 in Dallas, and this was at the call it the Grassy Knoll. And this this footage was right in the Grassy Knoll. Okay, Grassy Knoll. But it didn't show but it did not show the guy's face, the Grassy Knoll. But there was one guy that did confess. Okay. James Files admitted being the gunman on the Grassy Knoll. And he confessed to firing the killing shot. He had a gun called the Fireball. It was a high impact velocity weapon that shot a velocity round that went to here. But the question is, how did it blow out the back of the head? No. One shot up here, boom, could have. But the back of the head, one shot here could have took off the whole entire top of the head, not the whole side here. I mean, one good shot could have took on half the head of Kennedy's face. You know. Like it just exploded, like it exploded like a melon. And up back, I don't know. Could have been two shots at the same time, but from what we hear, the shot from Grassy Knoll got shot above the eye a little bit, right above the eye, just enough to go in, maybe even enough impact to blow out the back of the head. I don't know, but Kennedy was already dead. I went to the hospital and shit. He wasn't alive, because that shot killed him right there. Now, there's been, for the last 55 years, or was it 56 years, that between the Marilyn Monroe's death and this shooting, there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. You know, I mean, it's insane. And this one, the Vegas shooting, is a very mysterious shit. It's very, it is very suspicious, because now if you look at the fourth floor, you know, I mean, do you see anybody? I don't know. Do you see anybody at the 35th floor? Because both sides of the floor towards the concert area, two windows was either shot out or removed without anybody knowing. I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's a good theory, though. But the one thing that does kind of bug me is that the couple that were at the concert who witnessed the shooting died mysteriously. And when they go in to investigate the crime scene, the phone is not there. Okay? Now, here's a good question. Did the FBI murder these people? Because FBI don't just investigate, they murder people. They murder witnesses to any crime. Like the JFK assassination, 9/11, the Vegas shooting. Holy shit. I mean, you gotta ask these questions for, like, now, the one thing that does bug me goes back a few years ago to the Boston Marathon bombing, is that the friend of the brothers that were accused, he was being interviewed by the FBI. It went from an interview to being shot in the head 5 fucking times. Okay, the FBI were created to spy on us. Okay, that's how they are. They were created to spy on us. Same with the CIA. These agencies were created to spy on us. Period. No bullshit. And if you have any theories on this shooting, put it in the comment section below, and I'll respond to you guys. Now this is good old Grandmaster Evan here. And if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and don't forget to hit the bell for notification, and please share this video. And if you got this transmission, you are the resistance. You are one of us. Knowledge is free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Peace out. Revan out.